So on my 50th birthday, and doing that 50,000 steps, 42 kilometers, said, Osita is the chief executive of this parastatal, you must accord him that respect. He reads the newspaper still every day, he catches up on the news regularly, and once in a while he will call me to give his own advice on what I said right and what I didn't say right. But one of the things that he told me that has made me happy, and he's always very happy about it, is that he advised me that in the course of my public life, the first time my name appeared on the front page of a newspaper, that he cut that newspaper and cyclo-styled it and kept. And he wants my name to be in the newspapers for the right reasons. So that anything that I will take that is not mine, that will get me on the front page with handcuffs, I should please avoid it. So whenever people tell me some things, I said, what will my father say if he hears I did this? So I'm very proud of him. I'm very happy that he's here physically present, and that all the money he invested on me, giving me pocket money to buy Guardian newspaper in secondary school, giving me money to buy Time magazine as a university student. My room was the place you came to read Time magazine and Newsweek. All those investments have really paid off. And as you can see, as Ferdinand Agu said, that I'm a reader. That is purely because of my father, who insisted that he wanted me to be like Zeke, a man who knew a lot and who has learnt a lot, and wanted me to keep reading. So I want to thank him and my mother, especially my brothers and my sister, and to say to my wife, thank you very much for keeping up with me. I always come up with all kinds of harebrained schemes, all kinds of ideas, just like thinking about running in 36 states, thinking about visiting 109 hospitals across the country. But I'm happy it's been accomplished. On my phone here, I've been getting messages. Women are receiving our small gifts all over the country. People are making presentations in hospitals for those who were born today, who tomorrow will remember that somebody somewhere cared about them and that somebody somewhere wished them well. Unlike me, the headline on the newspapers today is not about the shooting of armed robbers. They will be born in a day when the country is at loss about itself, when the country is at doubt about its future. But they will be united in the idea that a Nigerian from Anambra State thought about them and looked out for them. And I hope that that will create this nation of those born in Nigeria for Niger. Thank you very much.
I believe the celebrant deserves a better round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and happy birthday again. Those little gifts he talked about, let me put a perspective to it. In every state, and I'm told in every state they had 3 hospitals they visited, every woman got 20,000 naira today. Across the state, they had 180,000 naira spent for all the women that got gifts, who were born, who had children today. Let's put our hands together for him. That means across the country, 6.5 million was spent by this man to celebrate children born today. Congratulations. We celebrate you. You are a good man. I don't say that to many Nigerians, but I can say you are a good man. I'm proud to be here today, and I'm sure many young men here are inspired by your story. I was reading up yesterday because I was called around 10 p.m. last night to do this job. I was not really preparing for it, and I decided to go do a research on you. I discovered you started very early. Like you said, you studied hard, and today it's there for all to see. Give Pikin Samson, give Pikin Samson. Not be go make am strong, oh. Una dey hear me? Not be the money where you get go make you buy tomorrow. It's your character that will build this country that we all desire. Again, let's put our hands together for this man that has climbed to the 5th floor of life. All right? It's time now for a all right.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All the ethnic groups in Nigeria need to come together. We need to shake hands. We need to remember the ties that bind us. We need to remember our times in the government colleges across Nigeria, our times in the university. We need to remember our times in the National Youth Service Corps when people were not afraid to go to the length and breadth of this country. We need to make that possible for our children. We need to come together to make our states work once again. But the whole idea today is that we, that generation, born after the war, the post-Civil War children, we have a responsibility to renew the idea of Nigeria. Born in Nigeria for Niger. My celebration today, this month, is really to just motivate Nigerians that better days are ahead. My celebration today, this month, is really to just motivate Nigerians that better days are ahead. Nothing else to do in the second half of my life, crossing the 50 benchmark, than to help organize. My celebration today, this month, is really to just motivate Nigerians that better days are ahead. Yeah, every day I interact with ordinary Nigerians, and my attitude to them is positive. I encourage them that all hope is not lost. Building a nation is a very tough job. It's like, you know, think about building a business. I think that my key message to everybody is that there is hope. This is where I grew up, and this is where I was born. My parents moved here in 1970. It was from here in the morning of Sunday, July 18th. My mother went off to Charity Maternity Home, where she had me in 1971. In 1979, we moved over to this place. This is number 20 Umuakum Street in Achara Layout. At that time, it was a very new development, so people were building up this 6 flats. It was the model then, 3-bedroom flat. We lived right here on this first floor. We lived here from 1979 till about 85 when we moved over to Lagos. I came into this school in 1976. I was here till 82 when I went off to secondary school. This was the classroom, the block where I started in my JS1. We were the first set that did the junior secondary school one. We started it in 1982. This was my beginning. And I believe that I got quite a lot in these schools, in public schools. So imagine that public institutions have collapsed. In 1991, I came into this hostel, and it was a very beautiful hostel. It was very well maintained, very well kept. The building has given way. What we see here today is the need for the country to reinvent itself. We are meeting my uncle, Venerable Ananenzelu. That's my mom's immediate younger brother. So all my secondary school, late secondary school days to university was spent in this house. This is where I started my children's Bible club. So when you hear me reciting those Bible passages in the church, singing along the books of the Bible, was all learned here. We had our first interaction with the children's Bible club, which the wife was the pioneer. If you grew up in Enugu, everybody knew her on TV every Sunday. O maka kwesere ma, o maka kwesere ma, o maka kwesere ma, o maka kwesere ma. Onye Jesus bu, onye Jesus bu, onye Jesus bu, onye Jesus bu. It was from here I finished from university and then moved on to Abuja.
He has inspired me ever since I met him. He's forgiving, he's loving, he's a teacher, he's an encourager, he's a counselor. As he turns 50, I'm looking forward to more. I'm here for whatever he has in his future.
I have nothing else to do in the second half of my life, crossing the 50 benchmark, than to help organize with others to renew the idea of Nigeria. I believe that those born in Nigeria for Nigeria, those post-Civil War children across all the ethnic groups in Nigeria need to come together. We need to shake hands. We need to remember the ties that bind us. We need to remember our times in the government colleges across Nigeria, our times in the university. We need to remember our times in the National Youth Service Corps when people were not afraid to go to the length and breadth of this country. We need to make that possible for our children. We need to come together to make our states work once again. But the whole idea today is that we, that generation, born after the war, the post-Civil War children, we have a responsibility to renew the idea of Nigeria. Born in Nigeria for Niger.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome story being told. Post-war Nigerian children. If you're in this hall this afternoon, I want to say to you, there is hope. We cannot lose hope on this country, and I want to thank you, sir, for the way you celebrated your birthday. That it's not just a birthday of dances and just eating, but you're saying, there's a story that has been told, and it's been the wrong story. We're better than this. Growing up as a young boy in Kaduna, we didn't know who was a Muslim or a Christian. You slept in a Muslim's house, they brought you back home safely. All those days must come back, and that's what our celebrant here today is saying. Let's put our hands together for him one more time. Thank you very much for that profound message. I've been looking at the program. This program is not just any other birthday program. It's a program you want to go home and study because it carries a lot of history. I beg you, as you go home, read this document. It will help you to shape your perception about Nigeria if you were born after 1971, that is. I am told this birthday has been a series of activities. There was a marathon yesterday across the 36 states of the country. And this morning, visits were made to different hospitals to see children in the hospitals, again across the country. We have a few video clips we'd like you to see to again give you an insight into what this birthday means to this celebrant, that for him, Nigeria has a future and a hope. Please listen.
We appreciate what Dr. Chief Osita did for us. Really, we are not expecting this, but we pray for him for long life and prosperity. May he live long and see the grandchildren of his own children too. Amen. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Start talking. We appreciate what Dr. Chief Osita did for us. Really, we are not expecting this, but we pray for him for long life and prosperity. May he live long and see the grandchildren of his own children too. Amen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols duly observed. What you see going on now is a series of hospital visits to mark the birthdays celebration of Chief Osita Chidioka, and babies that were born today are being celebrated along with him. So he's across the 36 states. He has prodigies, little Chief Osita Chidiokas that were born today that we will hope that will become what he is today. He takes his time to, I'm one of his prodigies. I'm one of the young people he mentors, and there's so many of us across the nation. What had happened yesterday was that we had a series of marathons across the nation. He did 50,000 steps. That's 40 kilometers. He started by 4 a.m. and finished the run by about 9:30. And surprisingly, he had a party at night, and we went there, and he was still dancing. And my wife tapped me and said, this man just ran 40K, and he's still dancing tonight, and he's still here again today. He's such an energetic 50-year-old. I wish when I get to 50, I'll have the same energy. Please, can you put your hands together for him and this noble feat? We have more videos as the program goes on. We keep showing you more appreciation from people who participated in the marathon yesterday. We had them from Benin, Enugu, Anambra, Bayelsa, Jigawa, Kano, Zamfara. You had people running, and they were so excited. They were so joyed to be part of this experience. I know in advanced countries, you have running communities. Excuse me. You have people who run together, and that community living is what Chief Osita has tried to embody in those that would want to be like him, that we do things together, and that shares the spirit of Nigeria. He embodies Nigeria. Thank you. I lost my mic there, but didn't lose my train of thoughts. My train of thoughts is that we are here to celebrate a great man at 50. And in celebrating him, we are celebrating him across the country. He's a pan-Nigerian, a pan-African, and a man who embodies young people. And even those that were born today are being celebrated by him. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as you continue to enjoy the day. We have a lot more entertainment for you. And I'll hand you over back to your regular host.
Thank you, Tony Ahilebo. All right, at this point, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to cut the birthday cake. All right, I'm going to invite now the celebrant himself, Chief Osita, and his wife to please step forward. Oh, okay.